Okay, we're a little late, but we're ready to get started. So I welcome everyone to the June meeting of the Scranton Historic Architecture Review Board. We'll do a quick roll call. My name is Richard Leonori, and I am a Scranton architect. Mr. Bosley, you can start.
Put your mic on.
Conrad Bosley, real estate broker, Scranton.
Michael Muller, licensed architect.
Bill Lesniak, Architectural Heritage Association board member.
Katie Carney, historian.
Okay, Brittany, you'd like to read?
Oh, you're forgetting one.
Oh, Katie, I'm sorry. Oh, you can't see you down there.
Katie Gilmartin, member at large. Thank you.
Brittany Hamer, coordinator for the boards, commissions, and authorities.
Okay, thank you.
Daniel Pinatar, your solicitor, is absent today.
Oh, he is. Okay, and I had some questions for him. Okay, we have minutes. Did anyone here from the board review the minutes? And if there are any
I'll make a
issues?
motion to accept the minutes as circulated.
Do we have a second?
And I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion carried. Review of applications. We have here, you said we only have one tonight, huh? So which one do we have?
We have the mural for 535, 539 Linden Street.
Okay, fair enough. And we have people representing?
Yes.
Yes.
You have Eric Broussard, he's the artist,
Okay.
and Liz Morrow, who's the mosaic for the project, for helping with the production of the project, and Mr. Iannelli, who is owner of the
the
Sheely
building.
Drugstore.
Fair enough.
All three are here.
Okay, great. Well, let's see what you have.
You guys can come up to the podium. That's the podium right there, yep.
You want to? Sure. Yes, we'd like to present a mural concept for the property. I have printouts for each of you, as requested. I should at least. I'm going to hand these out and let Liz say a few words about the project. Okay.
So basically, the Mosaic Project helps produce murals around the area, and this is our first time going into Scranton. For us, we have done 14 murals in Dunmore, so we were hoping to kind of spread our wings a little bit. And so Mr. Iannelli had asked for us to do this mural on his building. So that's what we're looking for, maybe a yes.
So if I'm reading this right, the mural will be on the side of the building that faces Adams Plaza?
Yes.
The apartment building, right?
It faces the Geneva House
Geneva
up
House,
on
right.
Adams
Yes,
Avenue.
Geneva House. So it is not actually on the street or on the sidewalk. It's really on the side.
It's on the side and on the building, yes, at the very end of the building.
Okay.
Is it this side? If you look up.
Yes, that's a, yeah.
Can we get permission for the side too, or
For up above?
no?
Oh.
On the Adams side.
Yeah, that's the Adams side right there. That's coming, walking up Adams Avenue.
Sorry, the wall to the left of that.
I just,
On
if
the,
Geneva House in the background.
Yeah, that wall is more accurate, but the design is. The wall from the rendering is the actual wall. It's the one with the building on the street.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's their own building in the back.
Okay.
That is your own building in the background above that.
you one,
Yeah.
but we felt as though the other side would be more.
Which one, this
The
side?
side wall.
Yeah, but where
Is his
can we
building.
put it?
That's his building. I thought it was.
It's,
Okay.
could we just see the other
Yep.
wall that it was on the Adams wall?
Hang on.
He
Sorry,
just,
some of these
that's,
renderings are coming earlier in phase of the project.
Okay.
no, it was the second wall, it was just one up more up. Nope, the other way.
Oh,
Just one more up, that, yep, right, this one.
this one?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So he just took that, that's like across from like where Farley's was.
Right.
So that is right on Adams Avenue, is that right? That
We
one?
could do it both way, either way. The thing is, with the new just in the paper recently, they might change Adams Avenue to two-way again.
Yes.
And I remember way back when it was two-way and the streetcar used to run up Adams Avenue. It's because I've been in the city for 51 years now, running Shealy's, and before that, 10 years over on Lackawanna Avenue. So I'm very familiar with the two-way streets that used to be, and now they're talking about possibly changing them again to two-way and getting rid of a lot of the red lights and putting in stop signs. Of course, they need permission from PennDOT for that. But I don't know, I just thought the back of the building would be a bigger area and more people would see it, because a lot of people walk up and down Adams
Yeah.
Avenue
Yeah,
every
well,
day.
and certainly if they do change the traffic, then a lot more people will also see it by car.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, for sure.
Would any of you be interested in speaking to the concept behind the artwork or what's inspiring the mural itself?
Do you want to talk about Jimmy V and
Well,
what that means?
the foundation, it means an awful lot to me, because every day I see people fighting cancer and they need help, and sometimes the resources aren't there from the family, and the Jimmy V Foundation provides those resources, and it helps them family care and seeking alternative medications. I would just, I'm very close to the V Foundation, and that's why I chose that as a mural.
You said there are other murals that are presently in Dunmore, is that correct?
Oh, yes.
Are they similarly themed?
They actually have different themes. We usually talk with the business owner and see what they would like to have on their wall. Sometimes they just let us do our creative, whatever we may want. So it's really a collaboration. We have a lot of, we have anything from, so Dunmore Lumber, it's their old building on their wall. We have like Naog Falls on another wall. We have the Dunmore Bucks on another wall. Right now, Eric is in the midst of installing the state champion Lady Bucks and a mural for them. So it kind of depends, like the Goodwill building. We did a big butterfly, and it's very colorful, which kind of represents their theme of how they organize colors, and it says we do good together, so that's kind of their mission statement. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, we had one mural that was very stylistic.
If you could speak in the mic.
Sure. We had one mural that was very stylistically similar. We did a Babe Ruth design. I was wondering if I could just show you real quick on the phone.
Which one?
Babe Ruth.
Oh, the Babe Ruth, that's amazing.
Okay. Well, I think that, let's put it this way, for the HARB, our thing is it appropriate for the building, is it appropriate for the space? I know that there has been a desire for more artwork and more murals in Scranton, and I think it would be, the HARB wouldn't want, if we found something offensive or inappropriate or vulgar or amateurly done, I don't think this applies to any of this. I probably have a preference for it facing the yard rather than the street, just in terms of visual busyness, I would think. But I would look to the board for some comments or recommendations.
I was just wondering about the permanence of the color and,
Sure, I can speak to that. I use only like high-grade, specifically formulated like artist mural paints, usually by either Golden or Nova Color. Everything I use has like at least a light fastness level of 1, so it's going to last a very long time. On top of that, I apply a clear coat that'll protect it from sun, UV bleaching, weather, and just damage overall. In certain areas, I use a graffiti-proof clear coat even, but for downtown Scranton, I believe it's relatively low risk. If that's something that you would want me to do, I don't mind.
Well, I think
incorporating.
you're more subject to graffiti when it's right on the sidewalk, I would think, right? More subject to that. Although we have the Martin Luther King mural, and, you can't get busier than Mulberry Street. And
Right.
so
That one
far,
is graffiti proof, by the way, and UV coated.
It is.
I would feel more comfortable if it was graffiti proof.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can incorporate that into the budget, no problem. Doesn't even add that much. But yeah, to answer your question, I take extreme care to make sure the wall is prepped properly. I use the proper pigments, and I seal it properly as well to ensure the most longevity possible.
You said a very long time. Could you, a very long time to you and a very long time to me? We have different time frames.
A very long time for the product I use, it'd be probably 15 to 20 years, at which point you could reapply a clear coat. I mean, you could, theoretically, you could, as long as you reapplied a clear coat every decade and a half, this thing would last a very long time.
We have some sense of whatever. If you
Is
get 20
this,
years out of it.
more accurate representation of the proposed graphics than what's on screen now?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's for the wall facing the street. Our preference on that is that the other wall, although it's larger, has I think like 8 or 9 trash cans in front of it, and
Yeah.
there's really no workaround for moving those. So the subject matter would have to be pushed back almost like behind a tree, kind of. So
There you go.
Okay.
I think a concern I have with applying that artwork to the storefront facade is that, I don't know which businesses are in that building now, and obviously you're the building owner, so maybe that's not as much of a concern for you. But if I were a business, maybe I'd be concerned that the suggestion is somehow that my business is associated with this messaging, that I'm a, part of the nonprofit or this organization or this foundation, where I think running it down the side of the building maybe lets it truly speak as a mural and not associated with a business or a storefront. But
I discussed it with all of my tenants, and nobody had any objection to it.
Okay.
And I think it's a good organization, something that we could all contribute to.
sure.
Okay. Any more discussion?
Are you going to cite the Jimmy V Foundation on it so people can?
Don't know what it is?
Maybe a lot of people don't know Jimmy V,
Right.
But
We
if you
will.
it's a good organization.
We will put.
Yeah,
Put.
that's good.
Contact information either at the bottom or somewhere.
Yeah.
In the blue spots, it's available.
that would be done with like very subtle, clean hand written text
Yeah,
somewhere,
some-
maybe the bottom corner.
Yeah. What? Prefer it on the back? Yes. Yeah, I think we prefer it on the back. I think it's safer.
Yes.
It'll be more protected and,
And I have cameras on all of that from my drugstore.
And if the city reverses the traffic flow, I think it'll be more
It'll
visible.
enhance it even more.
Yeah.
I will make a motion to accept the project as proposed.
We have to pick a side.
What?
I'll second.
Wait, don't second yet.
On the side,
it's on the,
it faces Mulberry Street.
Yeah, yeah.
That's about,
yeah. Northeast, that's the,
So not as proposed as
the
What?
northeast side. What we're looking at there is what
Yeah, the back.
we're approving, I think.
okay.
Geneva House is over here.
Yes,
right,
yes. To the Geneva House side,
yes.
as opposed to the side.
I'll restate that. I make a motion to accept the project as presented facing the Geneva House side.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Aye.
Good luck with your project.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. It's very nice.
Thank you so much.
Yes, it's very nice. So Brittany, we have then two other things here, and all right. We have two other applications, but we are not reviewing them tonight. Is that the truth? Is that what? Okay. I want to have a little bit of a discussion about the 401 Penn Avenue because it is a state building, okay? And the state said they don't need approval from the city.
Right.
Now, I mean, it's,
I literally just got notification of that at 3:50 this afternoon, so,
is that true?
yeah, it is true.
Well, don't they have to comply with zoning? And aren't we more like zoning than anything else?
So, that I have to double check
Okay.
with licensing and permits.
Right.
Because that's where that falls under.
Okay.
They have, from my understanding, they're saying they also have permission from L&I. So there's things going on with that, and we just have to.
Yeah, see, but L&I is building code. They don't have to come before the city for anything technical like that. Their drawings are not reviewed by LIPS and such. However, I do believe they have to conform to zoning, and I would think that we are something like zoning, and they would have to conform with us.
Right.
In other words, we're saying they can do anything simply because they are the state?
That's not what I'm saying.
But that's what the state is.
So that, like I said, is something that I have to confer with my upper heads and see what they say. But as of right now, we are not hearing 401 Penn Avenue.
Okay, and Dan has agreed with that, or that is,
So-
Dan, our legal counsel
Yes.
has agreed with that.
Yes.
Okay.
Dan has.
Okay,
said
so
it
we're
was
getting
okay for
another
them to-
digital sign that is what we're getting, a digital sign. And they knew that we wouldn't be happy about that, so. Okay. We're getting another digital sign in our historic district. There's a cluster of them there right now, And, the argument could be made, well, how could you let the guy across the street have one when first of all, most of the digital signs there have been grandfathered in, and we can also make the case that enough is enough, that every single building they are a traffic hazard and, whatever. Well, we saved Courthouse Square anyway, so, and we were supported on that, right?
Right.
I think this should go before our solicitor for review. I feel the same as Richard. It feels like this application should come before us, even if it has an L&I approval, which is a state building code review. It is not addressing the zoning issues.
Right,
And I think the zoning issues start with us.
right,
Right.
right.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
So that's
I
where.
will take that back.
That's
No
what,
problem.
now, the other thing that I have to discuss, and I guess we need Dan for this as well, is I'm sure everyone here has seen the Chase Bank building. Now, I don't particularly have a problem with the Chase Bank building the way it has turned out. I think it looks rather nice. However, it is not what they showed us. So they came to HARB, they showed us something, they picked out a color, they said the building was going to be one thing, and then they painted it something else. Okay? So my question is, what do we do on that?
That would
On
be a
something
letter
like
to Tom.
Okay?
I would recommend that Brittany share with us from the archives the application from that project so we could review it
Sure can.
to verify what you're saying.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I haven't walked past Chase in the past.
Well, they painted I'm not going to say it looks, they painted the building charcoal gray, but as I recall, they were going to paint the building.
It's like
Uh,
black
like a-
pants with tan shoes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
But it was not as presented.
It's just that it was not as presented. We approved one thing, they did something else.
So, because Chase came before you for Chase.
Yes.
And then the building came before you for
For
the
the painter,
upstairs.
yes.
So is it Chase or is it upstairs?
No, it's the upstairs.
So the upstairs needs to come back?
Yeah. Well, I don't think they need, I would just like a.
Because they were two separate applications.
Yes, I would just like.
I remember the application saying the upper stories would be painted iron ore, but I thought the lower level would match. I don't remember the lower level being beige.
Oh, see, now I remember
Oh.
the lower level being beige, and I thought the upper level was going to.
We should review both of those applications.
Maybe they did exactly what they said they were going to do. I don't know. And we're messed up. Okay, but to be, and the building does look nice. It's not, but it's just that, just in terms of the process.
Okay,
Okay?
no problem.
Okay.
And they also had questions about a rear door, which I had emailed to you all previously, and it's in your packet. They needed an answer on that.
Brittany, the last time we met, there was a discussion about them moving a call box or something
Yeah.
back here, and we approved that.
Yes.
Is this a different,
This is a different thing.
got it.
This is on the rear of the building, so I wasn't sure.
More devices and things, huh?
think.
It's the new walk, I'll make a motion to approve their changes at the back door.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I think they're okay.
It's more clear on the colored version of the screen.
Thank you, guys.
Lengthening the sidewalk. What's it gonna do? Flags?
And then you guys have the Scranton Times invoice for May 11th in the amount of $138.84.
Do you have a motion to approve that?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And then there's another Scranton Times invoice for June 22nd for this meeting in the amount of $105.38.
Motion?
I moved.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And then where's Mr. Penatar's invoice?
I haven't received those yet.
Okay, so he doesn't get paid.
And so your next meeting is scheduled for July 13th,
Okay, excellent.
okay?
Thank you. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
A second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion adjourned. Thank you. Thank you all.